In my younger childhood, there was a very awkward period where there was no Spider-Man cartoon airing, as Spectacular Spider-Man had ended a good few years ago, and I had very faded memories of watching the 90s Spider-Man series maybe like a couple of times when I was really little.
Spider-Man goes to your school. Do you know anything about that?
I think he sits next to me in Spanish. Hola! ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
The episodes cover themes of betrayal, weakness, loyalty, and handle the characters so well that you'd think this episode would be something from Spectacular Spider-Man rather than this mess of a show. Dr. Connors also has trusted him enough to keep the key to a powerful weapon that would be used by S.H.I.E.L.D. to defeat Hydra. And somehow, after all this, Peter still struggles to bring back a cake to his house. Surprise, surprise, Ock has created a new Sinister Six. Who would have thought? Flash Thompson, also known as Agent Venom, had been badly injured and put in a wheelchair by Dr. Octopus, up until he notices that Doc Ock just vanished. Peter and Ben find Doc Ock in a force field surrounded area with the weapon Dr. Connors was making to defeat Hydra, the same weapon which he gave Peter to use the key to. The Green Goblin tries to attack Peter whilst Doc Ock starts monologuing, but obviously he gets bodied. Peter is so crowded with emotions that he isn't able to truly strategize and just gets thrown around like Doc Ock is playing Kick the Buddy. But regardless of this, Peter's willpower is still too strong for Dr. Octopus, as his disencouragement and jeering actually empowers Peter not only to prove Doc Ock wrong, but to protect his family. After a not-so-original Marvel fake-out death of Spider-Man, we see Peter, Scarlet, and Doc Ock clash for the final climax. The entire fight, we see Peter talk to Scarlet and Doc Ock.
Tell me, is this what he would do?
Who?
The other Ben, the one I'm named after.
Yeah, I guess it is.
He'd give anything to save people.
Peter, Ock was wrong. Compassion isn't your greatest weakness. It's your greatest strength.
I finally finished all the Breaking Bad tie-in series. Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul. That's it! All of them. Benito, the trusty trio. Ain't nothing else in the franchise left to watch, no sir. First off, whenever I talk to somebody who's seen Breaking Bad but skipped on Better Call Saul, the same thing happens. I say my piece, and all they hear is, Better Call Saul good, Breaking Bad is booty juice. Simpsons. Our opinions may be varied, but all we can say is it may have been a pioneer in Western animation, but it gradually became more lazily written, the art style became less fluid, fun, but more rigid, uniform, and ugly. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
What the hell?
George Vincent Gilligan Jr. or Vince Gilligan completely changed the game by starting off with a kind of mid-show that's fun to watch because of the flashy approach in cinematography and its fun caricature-like cast at the beginning, but slowly the dramedy eased into a drama at its soul, and all fans can appreciate that every episode of Breaking Bad improved, which many shows cannot compare to.
Except for Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul's creation wasn't solely by Gilligan, but Breaking Bad writer Peter Gould co-created the spin-off series as well, and since he was there since the beginning days of Breaking Bad, the boy knows how to cook. Now, this wouldn't be a true Better Call Saul video essay if I didn't meet Ride Michael Lalo Salamanca, so I'm about to do that. I once saw an article titled something like, Mike Ehrmantraut is the worst part of Better Call Saul, which, I'm sorry. Are you out of your mind? Who remembers that fucking time you cussed out Walt? That was so sick.
We needed it all ran like clockwork. You could have shut your mouth, cooked, and made as much money as you.
Lalo Salamanca. I don't think I've ever heard what I'm about to say from anybody else, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think I might be the first person to say that Lalo Salamanca was pretty much the improved version of his cousin Tuco. The actor for Tuco, Raymond Cruz, had a lot of difficulty playing the character of Tuco, and it's not really hard to see why. His portrayal was incredible, as Cruz in real life was a very down-to-earth and quiet man, whereas Tuco was constantly hyperbolic. Raymond Cruz pretty much went to Vince and was like, can you kill Tuco? So Vince had Dean Norris put a bullet between his eyes, and that was it. The character was brought back for like a handful of episodes in Better Call Saul in season 1, but Nacho and Mike set him up and he was sent off to prison off screen for the rest of the seasons to come. Vince and Peter, if you're watching this or any of my videos, you guys are always free to correct me by DMing me on Twitter. I'll leave it in the description and near my about page. Please DM me on Twitter, please. Greg Sykes follows me. Is that should show that I'm valid, right? The man also was a fire cook, bro. I genuinely be watching this taco tutorial every single night before I go to sleep. Pretty much like, and I'm gonna be covering all forms of media in the franchise. And yes, that means including this crap.
After Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. I just couldn't prove it. He's done worse. That's Billboard. Are you telling me that a man just happens to fall like that? No, he orchestrated it. He defecated through a sunroof. And I saved him. I shouldn't have. I took him into my own firm. He'll never change ever since he was 9. I should have stopped him when I had the chance. And you have to stop him.
Okay, what is going on in the animation industry right now? Some of the topics that I'm about to talk about are kind of out of the hands of the people who are higher ups in the industry. Justin Roiland has been cancelled. Of all the people to get cancelled, they're just gonna recast all the people that he plays. So Rick and Morty gonna have different voices.
I'm Tickle Rick! My beloved Dum Dum! I'm Tickle Rick! 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 I'm Tickle.
The whole Velma situation, oh boy. Warner Brothers, what is going on with you guys? They were literally promoting the show to be the #1 show on HBO Max, or like the #1 viewed show. Because it's the only show on HBO Max. You can't do a statistic with one series talking about it being the most viewed series. It's the only viewed series on there, bro. But everything else on Netflix has been pretty much cancelled, and some of them, no one's complaining. I mean, you got fucking Hoops. Like, who wanted Hoops?
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
But then you got shows that are gems, like F is for Family. It was a good ending. When I got to the end of the season, I was like, wait. So, when's season 6 coming out? And I genuinely googled it and it said, I don't even know what's going on with Nickelodeon, to be honest. I haven't been on Nickelodeon or watched anything from Nickelodeon in maybe like 5 years. I don't think the last thing I've seen from Nickelodeon has been anything since Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I didn't even give that show a proper chance yet. Breaking Bad, one of the first original shows to premiere on AMC back in the good old days of 2008. And it pretty much defined the channel to be the American powerhouse known for well, Regular Show, released in 2009, was the show that practically revived Cartoon Network from its god-awful CN Real era that we all know and live in denial about. Also, I just came up with this idea whilst I was staring at the clock in class, so let him go. I'm gonna start by listing the characters and their similarities, and I'll draw a little merged version of each of the Regular Show characters to look like their Albuquerque doppelgangers. Let's go, F bitch. I mean, let's draw cartoons. Walt worked at a high school and a car wash at the same time, and then he got cancer, but hey, same thing. Those things aren't that deep. Walter would confide in Jesse Pinkman to help him cook to make money for his lung treatment, Skylar's lung treatment, for breakfast, and for dubstep car shots that aged worse than Todd Alquist did in El Camino. Rigby is a screw-up and he constantly fucks things up for Mordecai, but also as Mordecai's escape in the boring life that he would live as a groundskeeper without good old One Cheek Wonder to be there to keep him company. 4 Days Out is so similar to the episode Meet Your Maker.
Hey, yo, pause.
However, I will say that Rigby in this episode definitely does a lot more stupid crap than Jesse, and Mordecai has a lot more justification to be pissed off. He said a swear word on Cartoon Network. He said a swear word on a kids show.
Hiya, bitch.
What? Jane is drowned in her sick. No problem. Mike shows up and makes a manslaughter case disappear. Walt is scared that Skylar might pull a Takeshi 6ix9ine, so Mike bugs the place without a trace, except for when Saul Goodman folds and tells Walt about the GoPro Hero 4s hidden in the master bedroom. Skips will literally show up at the 6-minute mark in a Regular Show episode and be like, if you wanna catch a ghost, then you gotta suck its soul. Sus lately. Also, remember when Mike slapped Jesse around for crying in his apartment after Jane got smoked? Skips kills Rigby in an arm wrestling match for literally no reason.
I'm sorry, Rigby.
Skips is literally immortal and will live forever, whereas Mike, on the other hand...
Goodbye, Walter.
And you may have had the idea that Mitch Sorenstein, aka Muscle Man, and Casper the Ghost with 5 glizzies on his head, High Five Ghost, are the notorious duo of Breaking Bad, Badger and Skinny Pete. Well, you definitely wouldn't be incorrect, but I went deeper into this iceberg, and through my studies, I came to the conclusion that Muscle Man is 3 characters instead of 1. He is our comic relief, head friend Badger, but also our favorite attorney at law, Saul Goodman! Because not only is Muscle Man low-key the most intelligent man in the entire series, Saul Goodman was the original plug for both Mark Henry, Quasimodo, and also the mascot to Uncle Ben's Boil in a Bag Rice, so Walter White could thrive in the meth business. Muscle Man was the plug to Kyle Reese from Wish, the most illegal spicy chicken wing business out there as well.
This place is really off the grid. Real hush-hush.
Another character Muscle Man is Hank Schrader. I don't have much of an explanation for that one other than the fact that they both love to crack jokes and have the exact same build, although some jokes may be better than others. He has terrible anger issues and also literally Gallic gunned Mordecai and Rigby with his gumballs. He may not be a hit in death, but he also partakes in stuff much worse. Buffalo Wild Wings. Look, you cannot convince me that the chicken wings in regular show aren't fried, or should I say cooked, in methylamine instead of oil. Them broski chugged those wings at Wing Kingdom and—
Oh, my head. Where? Oh, come on!
Gustavo Fring, Colonel Sanders' #1 competitor. My take on this is gonna be quite controversial. I'm talking about Kanye West controversial. To all you Pac God wannabes in the comments, ease your trigger fingers and calm down. Ready? Okay. Gustavo Fring is pops! That's just how Gus is. Man's a sweet old dude, always nice to his customers, and he always has very good diction for a black man. Never speaking in that unholy disgrace you hoodlums call Ebonics. He had hella chicken joints in town, and I can guarantee he had at least 50 Big Smoke orders coming in every week. Guarantee. All the cartel members hating on homie Gus because he's a fellow brother, bro. A dark-skinned warrior, an African booty scratcher. Well, actually he's from Chile, but the Chilean. Boy, hell no. If you don't keep your Emperor Palpatine looking ass, get your Rumpelstiltskin staring ass, get your black people can't swim. And neither can I, drowning ass. Boy, get your Caillou temper tantrum, sugar pill chugging, cheese grater ass, Christian Bale Batman voice ass, boy on. Don't leave me.
Hey everybody, I am James Gunn, co-CEO of DC Studios. As you all know, I run shit at DC Studios now, and I'm gonna fix everything that the previous higher-ups f***ed up. The first film to jumpstart the new DC universe is Bronze Tiger.
Who the f*** is Bronze Tiger? You remember, February's Black History Month, and I'm black, and my friend here, Jack, happens to be white.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Nah, bro, I don't need coaching. Who are you staring at?
Okay, so that was okay. What you want to do is collect a lot of rings, right? And when you're collecting rings—
Ow!
Yeah, that
happens.
To get those rings there you go. Why am I coaching? Oh, so that's why I'm coaching you. And there you go.
Oh, these little Mario things, man. What?
Now, you see that red star. Be careful for you. If you had 50 rings, you would have made the special stage.
Okay.
But you don't. You have 6. Right. So you can't go to the special stage. Okay? Okay. Never mind.
There we go.
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay.
Go through the loop. Okay. That other red star. If you get 50 rings again— oh, you have 42. Do not. Well, I mean, you got past the first stage. I mean, act, so—
who cares? I got 6 rings.
Right, now you're in zone 2.
What does that mean?
Basically, at the end of this one, instead of going through the gate, you're gonna have to have a boss battle with Eggman.
Who's that?
The big fat guy with the mustache. Okay. If you see enemies, literally your best move is to jump. If you see enemies, jump! That's how you get them.
Jumping.
Okay, do you see an enemy? Because I don't.
You just told me to jump.
If you see an enemy, now is the boss battle.
Okay, I'm about to smack.
What is that? You are lucky because you have a shield. If you didn't have a shield, you would have just died.
Come in.
Or you would have lost all your rings. No. Okay, so you can't hit that. You have to jump on top of him.
Okay.
And jump on top of him. Jump. Bit. Alright. Maybe 2 more hits and he's dead. 2 more hits. Jump.
Come on then. Mr. Egg.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You smoked him. I just realised I still haven't shown you how to do the spin dash. So
I can spin dash.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Look, you haven't done it once.
Spin dash.
Nope.
Spin dash.
Nope.
Okay. So you see that enemy, you can't jump on top of it, but you have to jump sort of to the side of it, because its teeth will bite you. When you touch him, you die. Pretty good!
Well, of course it is.
It's because I'm a sick coach.
What did you say or do? You told me to run. You told me to run. Where am I going? This is some...
Like I said, this level is a maze. It's a maze. Keep going that way.
I swear to God.
Wait, it's fine.
It's not.
Now go down there. Alright. No! Where you go?
Pro does it. Hope you die in the first 5 seconds. Oh, no. Oh, I can't swear. We spent an hour trying to play this game, and it's this. I really hope this takes you ages to edit. Thank you. Watch this. I'm gonna show you the special stage because you're quite special. You see the stars? That means you're special. I will. That means I'm special. I mean, I'm special. Now you see this here, the special stage. Let me show you how it's done. No, what are you doing? No tamperman! Let me beat the special stage. God, bro, you suck. You actually suck. You ruined my special moment. What do you mean? You ruined my moment. I didn't do anything. You ruined it. Well, I did. You ruined it. Yeah, I'm actually chatting to women while you're playing Sonic. Brothers, Knuckles has always been better. Knuckles has always been better. Well, it clearly is, because you can't even beat the special level in the video. Nah, hopefully like a... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! I'm him! I'm him! I've had enough. Yeah, I'm done with it. Yeah, fun this game. Yeah. No, this game is beautiful. We just suck. Oh, fuck. A lot of people don't know that my favorite game company is Nintendo, both as console manufacturers and as game developers. It would be Sega, but those bums gave up on consoles before I was even born. The first console I truly was attached to wasn't a home console because I didn't have one. My older brothers had a Sega Genesis, which I played twice because it had one good game, Sonic 1, and the rest of it consisted of bootleg Wii Sports Resorts titles. I got the white classic 3DS, which came bundled with Super Mario 3D Land, which is the first 3D Mario game that I ever beat, so it's the only 3D Mario game I ever beat. I played this game pretty much every day, but since I was a stupid child, I didn't want to collect any star coins and I just wanted to explore and just mess around, and I ended up getting stuck out around World 5 because I only had 3 star coins when you needed 40 to go forward. That day I quit forever and my sister and I swapped games, so instead of playing that, I would play Mario Kart 7. This was my first Mario Kart, and yes, I know, the game is pretty doo-doo on handheld. I won't even front. But also, it was still very revolutionary. This game introduced hang gliders, custom karts, and it also introduced me to so many bussin' Mario Kart tracks. Coconut Mall, Maple Tree Highway, and it had the cult classic Waluigi pinball. All that shit's my jam. I still like the game and I don't care what anyone says. I would get so many console downgraded games back when I was little. I got Ben 10 Omniverse for the 3DS, Lego Marvel Superheroes for the 3DS, then Lego Batman 3 for the 3DS. I eventually played Lego Marvel Superheroes on PS3 a few years later, and since the main console editions had open world features alongside the story mode, that shit pretty much became my GTA 5 substitute. Once again, I put my 3DS down and stopped playing it, until I heard the horrible news. Nintendo has decided to shut down the 3DS's eShop alongside the Wii U's eShop, as the 3DS line had been discontinued for a good few years, and they wanted you to move forward and force you to pay $300 for a 6-year-old console because they're greedier than Mr. Krabs. Because of the eShop closing down, the only way to get games is second-handed, and last time I wanted to get a game from eBay it was expensive. Why does it cost the same amount as the console? Nintendo fans everywhere are starting to pick up 3DSs, or like me, finding their old ones and having a blast. Although the Street Pass days are gone, and I miss them dearly, there's always modding your 3DS, which is the way to go if you really want to keep using it. I revisited Mario 3D Land, and I finally beat it. The final boss was so genuinely good, and it was so tense to play against, as my whole childhood I was just trying to imagine what it would be like, since I had never got to it before because of my cut corner decisions. And that final cutscene with those rolling credits and Mario and Peach flying away was just so well deserved. Until I saw that there were secret levels. I mean, I knew they existed, since Nathaniel Bandy mentioned them one time in his Mario 3D Land video, but I said, another time. So instead, I just decided to delete the game and backed up the save. I don't know. Online gaming still works on there for the foreseeable future, but if anyone wants to play me, just let me know. I'll play with you. Or as long as it isn't Mario Kart 7, because I'm absolutely cracked at that game. Stop the cap!
If you're a PSP kid, however, then you're an op. Join the A-side. The new Nintendo America president is some guy called Doug Bowser. His name is cool, but let's be real, that's probably the only reason why he got the job, because he's trash. Nothing will beat the good old days of Reggie's goofy ads, bro. Seeing him get
blamed by Bowser was just both traumatizing and beautiful at the same time. If you remember those, you're an OG. I'll cover the Wii in the future video because the Wii's been dead for a while, but I still love it. I still play Wii games totally with the original hardware. I wanted to see something new, and right off the bat, the first red flag I saw was Raphael has this weird fucking do-rag that they had back in that one series, Ninja Turtles Next Mutation. If you know, you know. That's not doing something new. Do you think that you're cool? I could do that. I have a drawing tablet too. I mean, why the fuck is Ice Cube here? Why is Post Malone here? And then you got Paul Rudd. I don't know if Paul Rudd can voice act. The only celebrity on here that I am happy about seeing is Giancarlo Esposito, because that man, as Baxter Stockman, I couldn't have thought of anything better myself. I won't even lie. So I'll give Nickelodeon a pat on the back. Well done, Seth. Actually, no, fuck you. You hired be Rocksteady. But also, what caught my eye was that the Turtles were going to be voiced by actual teenagers. I mean, is it strange that this has never been done before? And this is the first time? How old are the Ninja Turtles? When was the first cartoon? The 80s? Oh my god! But yeah, I saw Nicholas Cantu, Shamon Brown Jr., Micah Abby, and Brady Noon in the cast, and I was very concerned. But personally, I really love these voices. I was weirded out when I saw that Gumball was going to be the leader, Leonardo, but it worked! Michelangelo's voice fucking slaps. Greg Sipes is still the GOAT. Donatello, I think this is a cool change, making him sound like the youngest turtle, because usually he sounds pretty old, and they leave Mikey to be the youngest one. But maybe he still is the youngest one, and he just had like a growth spurt or something, which is another cool change. That's actually what I call a change, not these do-rag ass fucking masks. Bro, it's like they saw Spider-Verse, and then Nickelodeon basically said to the animation department, just go fucking nuts. And bro, what the look at this, look at this. Bro, the backgrounds have line art. They're messily colored. The characters have line art. The fucking lights have line art. Bebop and Rocksteady, they look fucking cool as shit. I may not really like Rocksteady's body build. I'm not trying to body shame or anything, but his art style looks cool. The art style looks cool, so they saved him there. And in my humble opinion, I think this art style has done it better than Spider-Verse. I know, chill, stop. Hey, put your knives down. Leave me alone. And I already spoke about Raph's Durag, but I have to speak about it again. What is that? Stop. I'm getting flashbacks from my childhood of me wanting to just bleach my eyeballs after looking at Raphael's stupid durag. So Seth Rogen, I apologize for ever talking shit. You changed my mind on yourself, your productions, and I'm looking forward to you guys' movie. Also, why the fuck didn't you cast me as one of the turtles? I would have been so good as one of the turtles. If you email me, Seth, I will send you the best audition you've ever seen in your life, and you'll wish that you hired me. I'll say yes, of course, but you'll wish you originally hired me. You're gonna have to dub over all these other voices. What am I talking about? Injustice 2 is the sequel game title to come out in the popular Elseworld DC universe. Several comics and other forms of media have been made due to the game's massive success, including an animated movie that nobody ever saw. And to those who did see it, they trashed it. Justice League is supposed to be a galactic force, man. It's in the damn title. So why are they more padded up than deep sea divers, my guy? Batman is out here for real in a miniature Megazord, bro. But he's excused because he has to fight Super Crip over here. It's the Flash. I mean, my boy! What did they do to you? This is a travesty, NetherRealm. He has bubble wrap on his shoulders and his arms. He for real has the Lego Ninjago Techno Blades on his ears as well. Now, ironically, although the title talks about an over-design issue with Injustice 2, the Flash in the first game is even more over-designed than this one, but it still looks more good than the one in this game. I think we can all agree, however, that the classic comic version of Barry Allen's suit would still have slapped way harder in the game. I'm pretty sure that's the suit they used in Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe, and that game's character designs were magnifico. But I still can't tolerate the utter ugliness of this suit. When will DC bring back the classic Batman logos with defined wings and ears? This stupid time period of simple designs is getting way out of hand. The only time Batman gets to have a classic logo on his suit now is in the comics. Wait a second. Even some of the comics are getting rid of it! And don't get me started on the Kryptonite suit. Boy, get your jump back, kick back, win, thrall, and spin minifigure looking ass boy out of here. He's the most powerful member of the group, and he literally could smoke anybody in the Injustice roster with his bare hands. So why is he wearing gloves? The These devs got me fucked up, bro. This led to adaptations such as the Punisher's skull being mostly hidden or obscured in his movies with a jacket, the X-Men wearing leather Nike Tech fleeces, Batman not being able to move his head for 20 years due to the riot gear he was wearing, and actually, I can't even lie, they did my boy Peter Parker right though. He's the only one who had decent Spider-Man suits, and that includes the 2012 TASM suit. I actually like that suit. But then the studios decided the only way to please the 40-year-old comic fans and be hip with the times was to add as many cuts, armored pieces, and different pieces to the super suits as physically possible. Why does Superman have a head brace? He doesn't get whiplash when he flies. And bro, does Superman really need to have armor made out of what looks like vibranium? He does not need that shit. Superman was able to put the beats on the entire JLA in the Snyder Cut with just a pair of black chinos on. I am so determined that the character designers sat together and thought,
is it humanly possible to make Aquaman even more ass?
They did it. They fucking did it. This is the most comedic character design to me ever. And I look at it every time and laugh out loud, bro. I find it even more humorous than his classic costume, which looks like he was wearing salmon skin over his dumbass. Look how dumb he looks right here, though. Dookie has a dinosaur-ass haircut, first of all. He doesn't even have a fade, bro. What a creep. He's rocking that Marty McFly haircut. He has this heavy arm brace that's over his shoulder and his arm, and it looks like it's made of what seems to be really old seashells with gold laced around them. Dude, he looks like an American football player that never made it to the NFL, bro. I know that he gets arm aches after a while from having to carry that heavy-ass crap on him. But Taff, he has super strength. It probably doesn't weigh all that much to him. That's cap, bro. He's a guy that can swim. That's it. That's the only reason he's on this league. I promise you, if we ran the ones, he would be sleeping with the fishes, bro. I swear. Let's run it there, motherfucker. What you saying, bro? You been talking all that shit. Let's go, then. Let's run the ones there, motherfucker. Let's go. Bet! No, the three comp, no. She doesn't have the red skirt or red trunks or something to balance the red to blue ratio, so her whole suit just looks kind of off. And this is why I've always been an advocate for superheroes to wear their underwear on the outside again. I mean, even I'm currently recording the audio for this video with my boxers over my trousers because I'm a superhero. They inverted the S logo's gold and red colors, and it hurts my brain whenever I look at it. And why does she have marigolds? She's fighting, not doing the dishes. And also, I know they're not in the DC roster, but they're heroes. Here's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Look, they aren't DC characters, but I really love these character designs. It looks like they came straight out of the movie. Just dropped my phone. Oh my gosh, I cracked my phone. Oh my days, no. This character design for the Turtles is really cool. And also, this is what they should have looked like in the 2014 live-action Ninja Turtles movie, bro. This is perfect. They could have done this, but they said no. We're gonna make them all look like Arnold Schwarzenegger on drugs. But it's okay. I can always just continue to forget that the movie existed.
Listen, MF Doom is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. So therefore, that's what makes your favorite rapper so cold. It's Doom's influence. But my favorite rapper is Miles, though. I get paid every day of the week! Did you know that the MF in MF Doom has two meanings? Metal face when he raps, and metal fingers when he produces beats. Mastermind. Who are you? And what are you doing in my house? Listen to this track real quick. I promise you it's fire.
How Doom hold heat and preach non-violence. He about to start the speech, come on, silence.
Oh wait, I know this song. Isn't this from the Boondocks? Yo, can you get me something to drink from the fridge? I got you.
There's only one here left.
Okay, class, we're gonna be learning about magnetism today. As you can see, we have this electromagnet to test. Doom! I'm right here! Doom!
Occupied! Hey, yo, I'm trying to pitch one off in here! What are you doing, man? You asshole!
Damn junkie!
No, give me that!
I constantly have to defend DC like I'm Saul Goodman because everybody thinks that DC is trash. So I'm making a series
article, DC is not trash. Starting with Batman. If you enjoyed this video, then consider liking, subscribing, sharing to people who need to be educated. Okay, let's go. First of all, are you a sheep? Batman has no powers and can't defeat any of the supervillains in the DC roster. All his villains are mentally ill. Okay, clap it up for the most original argument of all time. Clap it up.
None of us would ever do that to you.
Then you're damn fools.
It's definitely one of Batman's standout moments on screen for me. People don't understand that the Justice League are all friends, and Batman, well, you should know by now, Batman doesn't really have friends. Bruce Wayne traveled abroad for years, learned fighting skills from some of the most skilled and wise combatants in the world, and also gathered some of the most knowledgeable detective and strategic skills possible. Whereas Tony Stark also did train with highly skilled fighters and such alike, also using his genius mind to build more and more advanced armors as money could afford. He kind of used his suits as a crutch rather than honing in on the human ability, like Bruce Wayne did. Batman has made mech suits with the abilities to fly, enhance strength, and more. I mean, look at Batman Beyond's suit, for example. But there's a reason why he only uses these suits when he's either old or very injured. It's because he doesn't need it. Batman has proved again and again that he doesn't need to fly or shoot lasers and lift cars to be a hero or detective. If he stays sharp with his more down-to-earth suits, he can stay a sharper hero overall. So I know that if there was a short storyline of Batman vs Iron Man based on both of them in their primes, due to Batman's sharp detective skills and Tony Stark's lack of a secret identity, he would be able to find a way to short-circuit the arc reactor or make its battery-like ability much weaker. So whilst it still prevents the shrapnel from reaching Tony Stark's heart, his suits won't be able to be powered. But wait, what about Iron Man's remote suits? Batman would find a way to defeat those, let's be real. Batman is one of the purest of heroes, never turning to a villainous or anti-heroic path. Well, unless he's under mind control. Or it's his father Thomas Wayne. Or if he gets fed up with the Joker constantly spamming him with Shrek X Shadow fanfiction. Wait, hold on, what was that last one? And of course, Batman has his infamous no-kill rule.
A 12 gauge! Ah! Yep! Oh! Batman doesn't kill, but I do.
I can't tell you how many bald spots I have from ripping out my hair after hearing people constantly say that Batman should just kill his enemies. He's giving them so many chances to escape and kill again. I mean, why else do you think I wear this beanie indoors? Hey off, the Joker has no family, he cut them all off. Oh really, huh, smart guy? What about Harley Quinn? Imagine this scenario. The Joker is about to hatch another one of his master plans, with Harley at his side, and Batman shows up. He runs through the Joker's henchmen like they're bowling pins, and finally gets to him. The Joker starts his monologue, and he doesn't even care at this point about getting hurt, because he knows it's Batman. He won't kill the Joker, right? Even when he's tried to make the Batman break and kill, it's never worked. Batman walks up to him. Before the Joker can even get out one witty quip, his neck is snapped, right in front of Harley Quinn. The day is saved, sort of. Harley Quinn, already a mental wreck, has just lost the Joker, and even though he was abusive and didn't give a shit about her, she loved him. No matter how much that they tried to help her at Arkham, which, let's face it, they aren't gonna do shit to help her, she's mourning the man she loved, with no one to help her or aid her in her grieving process. And in this scenario, Batman has just lit a flame inside of her, and she will probably plot against him, inevitably break out of Arkham, and try to continue the Joker's fucked up mission. If Batman kills, then Batman learnt nothing. It means he didn't take away the importance of his parents' murder, and that is what makes Batman special. I can name a countless number of orphan superheroes, and I can also name a countless number of superheroes with no kill rules. Spider-Man has no parents, and vows that while Spider-Man exists, nobody dies. Daredevil's single father was shot in a back alley, and he also used his powers to fight crime without killing his foes. The whole point of the X-Men is for there to be peace between humans and mutants, so of course they do what they can to not kill people, and that includes the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. But all these people I mentioned have killed in certain ways. One time when Spider-Man and Wolverine were going up against each other, he had thrown a punch meant for him, but instead he hit a woman, and he killed her. Daredevil was out for revenge after the murder of his father, and unintentionally killed a woman who tried to attack him when he was inside her apartment, which ended up being the origin story for Typhoid Mary. The X-Men have caused massive tragedies in their wars against Magneto, and don't even get me started on Wolverine, the near-immortal man with knife hands. I find it hilarious how people constantly speak about how Batman is so unrelatable, and you can't empathize with him because of how extravagant his life is.
He's a rich boy whose parents were gunned down in front of him. He also has a personal butler, a gadget-filled cave under his private island, and he has more surrogate adopted family members than I have brain cells.
But Spider-Man, the guy who both lost his parents and his main father figure before he graduated high school, lost his first love because he couldn't stop the person responsible, the guy who was sent to Battleworld by a godlike being to fight to the death for no reason but entertainment, the guy who was shot and buried alive by a furry assassin, the guy whose 150-year-old aunt died like 3 times but was brought back because Marvel editorial said so, the guy who can't fuck MJ because his sperm will kill her. So relatable.
Batman does seem to be overpowered at times, but he's still human. He loses, he wins, he hurts others, or he gets hurt, but so does everyone else. If you're only a consumer of Batman and his theatrical appearances, then I suggest you try Batman the Animated Series. If you enjoy that, there are lots of other spin-off shows and tie-ins to keep you going. But I also would highly suggest you read some Batman comics as well. Here are some that I like. So, to conclude,
Bro, Michael Jackson was such a good person. This song is so fire. I want to be just like him when I grow up. Like, zero changes at all, no deviations. Hey, 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 oh, 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 hey, 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 hey. Yo, who is getting sturdy in 2023? Ugh, man, pass me the orcs.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, yo, what you trying to get? Man, you already know me. I'm trying to get those Michael Jackson Jerry curls. Bro, didn't anybody tell you that that stuff will fry your hair like a Krabby Patty? Bro, I don't care, man. I know you can get me right. I mean, okay, you're paying for your own downfall.
What is that?
Get off the floor. I need this game, or my life will be incomplete. Let's go ahead and pre-order that.
Oh no!
Number 42? Is there a number 42 here? Number 42? Finally, I can afford exactly the amount to get a PS5 and pre-order a copy of Spider-Man 2. Then bro, how are you gonna be able to pay for tickets to see my movie? Piracy? Hey, you like Spider-Man? Me too. Too many sequels focus on the fact that they are connected to the previous film, which at face value isn't a massive problem, but when that becomes the whole point, rather than letting this film stand on its own feet, the film will get tainted. But there's also an issue in making the film too independent, which can ruin it. Shrek 3rd. But Across the Spider-Verse threads the needle perfectly in that sweet spot to make not only an amazing sequel, but an amazing film on its own, which is a perfect representation of Miles Morales' character. Miles initially shakes it off like it's nothing, but as 2099 digs into Miles, a visible discomfort and a hint of heartbreak is shown in Miles' eyes once this revelation is brought to him. In a way, this is putting Miles in a similar place that he was back in the first movie. Only difference being, he's experienced all of this now, and hopefully will come out victorious, right? Well, we'll find out in Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Woo! Okay, if you watched my video on the TMNT trailer a few months ago, you would have heard me said that I thought that the visuals in that movie were going to be better than the visuals in Across the Spider-Verse. Guys, I'm gonna have to print a retraction.
I haven't printed a retraction in 20 years!
I have still yet to see Toy Story 4. Don't spoil it or I'll kill you. I haven't seen Coco. Don't spoil it or I'll kill you. I still haven't seen Luca. Don't spoil it or I'll kill you. But Spider-Verse came along and changed everything. And we thought it couldn't be topped. Bro, they used every type of animation in the book when they created this movie. They continued with their mixture of CG and 2D animation and improved upon it, bro. How did they do this? They had scenes that were fully animated with hand-drawn 2D animation. Guys, fucking Lego Spider-Man is in this movie. They made a whole Lego Daily Bugle. Spider-Man from the 1967 cartoon makes this hilarious cameo where they made a joke on the way they reused cells in that show because of the cheap budget. Spectacular Spider-Man shows up with Josh the Boss Keaton returning for a few lines. Holy f***. And then the credits, it looked amazing, but I couldn't really pay attention to it because people were chatting away throughout the whole thing. Like, dude, shut up. And guys, the soundtrack in this movie, both the original score by Daniel Pemberton and the original songs produced and performed by Metro Boomin, masterpieces. I was jamming to every single track of this movie. Fucking Miles was getting jumped by the entire Spider Gang and I was there bopping to the Jersey House type beat. The elephant noises returned, but this time instead of for the Prowler, it was for Spider-Man 2099, but they were even better. The final track before the cliffhanger was perfect, and the introduction to Gwen's universe, oh my goodness, incredible. I've never considered myself a fan of Metro Boomin before. I didn't listen to a single song on that one album he made where he's like looking at himself with fire and everybody was all like going crazy over it, so I definitely would never have called myself a fan. but I will call myself a fan now. Like, dude, why do they keep copyrighting my videos? Avia Rod, I paid for this film with my own hard-earned money. What more would you want? Also, Spider-Punk is my new favorite spider person in this film. He's so cool. He's just Spider-Man. He is Spider-Man. He's from the UK, like me. Pop cheerio. He's the first person in the multiverse to pull off Wicks. He's the first one to argue that Spider-Man doesn't always work well with others, and he was right. The Spider Society as a whole could not defeat one single Spider-Man who's only been Spider-Man for over a year. That says something, okay? This is new. Sorta. Why is there a horizontal barrier between a 2D and 3D rendered environment? And hey, how come I'm not turning 3D when I go into a 3D environment? Wow, the animator of this must have got really lazy. Why would you do that? You've never been here. What if it's a trap? Think, Sonic! You're not thinking with your head, you're thinking with your feet again. Okay, you're right. Let's just turn back. Okay, so in the past month, we have seen so many trailers for so many bussin' games. A new 2D Mario, Super Mario Wonder, what? A new 2D Sonic Superstars, and Spider-Man 2? You can see the theme, there's lots of 2s. But Sony, that's some scummy crap. I wanted to play this game so freaking bad, and you're telling me it only comes out on the PS5? I'll allow it because you at least scuffed the PS4 users as well, because them man were crying when they found out it wasn't going to be on their goated console. To be fair, I can't really talk because I have an Xbox One, and we have Starlight or whatever the that is coming out soon, and it's long, it's peak, it's good. I'm gonna be real, it's not looking good. I remember I saw on Mario Mike's this community tab post, shout out to him, he gives me all the best Nintendo content. He predicts there will be an announcement for a new 2D Mario game, and I thought, well, if Mike says it, then maybe it's true. And I was waiting for that direct because I thought, yes, this is gonna be it, we're gonna get a new Super Mario Bros. Game. But they kinda took too long in the beginning, so I just left. Then afterwards, when I got back on my phone, tell me why I see Super Mario's Wonder trailer. Oh! Since this is its own title, I'm wondering, does this connect to the original games on the NES and the SNES? You know what I'm talking about, Mario 1, 2, 3, and World. Before that came out, the Sonic Superstars trailer dropped, which had me literally screaming. I'm not gonna scream again because it's the morning and I don't want to annoy my neighbors, but yeah. Sonic Superstars and Mario Wonder coming out around the same time. I don't want to start talking about copying and Nintendo and Sega sharing ideas or whatever, but someone must have known, that this was happening around the same time. But I'm not even mad at it like that, bro. All I need to do is just pre-order one of the games early and then get one of them on release, and I wouldn't be broke.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
Falcon!
Oh no!
Hey everyone, I've been playing games since I was a youngin', but my parents always bought me the older generation consoles literally when they were just about to go out of time. First things first, I've never played Minecraft.
Stop the cap.
Okay, that may have been a little lie, but originally, I was a Terraria kid. I have lots of fond memories with the mobile port of the game, and I eventually got a second-hand first-gen PS3, which I got to play Minecraft on, but that shit was so annoying because it had fans like a jack. Bro, every time I come back from primary school trying to play Minecraft, my house would be sounding like Qatar Airways. I eventually got an Xbox One, but I got it pretty late on, so I didn't know that the Xbox One sucked. We Xbox users were in the trenches. All online games required Xbox Live Gold for years, which costed money, which of course I didn't have because I was 11. I couldn't even play Fortnite.
#1 victory royale, yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down.
There was like this Wi-Fi glitch back in the day, but then it got patched after a few months and I couldn't play Fortnite for about a good year. So I was missing out on all the online sessions with the boys. I asked my African mother to go back and get me a PlayStation from the store because this isn't the one I want anymore. Bars. Consoles may bring you lots of hours of fun, and as a game consumer, I still use older consoles to fulfill my nostalgia addiction. But over time, these consoles deteriorate and newer ones will come out, which will always be made to outlive the others. Money does not grow on trees, kids. Just like PlayStations don't grow on trees. Nintendo cheats on me by making prices too high, so I cheat on her back by using Dolphin. Like bro, there's a reason why I be calling my Nintendo Switch Jada Pinkett the way it's always playing me. But don't let that fool you, I still love Nintendo. My Nintendo Switch has 3 games on it. 3. Because Nintendo are greedier than Lick Boot and Aunt Fig, Scrooge McDuck style. But there's a reason why they're in court right now, like Mesa Verde and Better Call Saul. And still, I need to finish Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, and Wind Waker. Basically, I've never finished a Zelda game in my entire life. I have 2 friends who are the only reasons I'm determined to finish these games, so I can actually talk to them about it. But I'll only get Breath of the Wild as a reward for beating Ocarina of Time. And at the rate I'm at now, it's looking kinda long. Oh yeah, and there's also Tears of the Kingdom that just came out, but I've already faced the fact that I probably won't own that game until I move out of my parents' house. You could have held me at gunpoint telling me to complete the story mode of an open world game, and I would not be here today to tell the story, I'm not gonna lie, I would be dead. Even though my favorite video game character and franchise is Sonic the Hedgehog, I have barely played any of the modern Sonic games. Now, to all the normies who actually have lives, there are 2 Sonic continuities. Classic Sonic, he's the one in most of the 2D Sonic games, such as the classic trilogy, Mania, and Sonic Superstars. Not Sonic 4, that game is doo-doo. He has a lighter color scheme, he's shorter, like me, he has black eyes, and he's just genuinely more cute overall, but he's still pretty gangster the way how he's just violating Eggman every single game. Modern Sonic is the one in all the 3D games that are either absolute hood classics or just crap under the bottom of my plimsolls. He's leaner and lankier, he has longer quills or dreads or whatever you want to call that on his head. He has green eyes, a new homing attack, and has the best sneaker collection of all time, which I'm really jealous of. Sonic and the Secret Rings. Sonic and the Black Knight. Were the higher-ups in Sega smoking reefer? Loud? Crap? Were they sipping on lean when they were making these concepts? Because it actually perplexes me. How do those 2 topics come together and make a valid video game?
What the fuck was that? Yoshi, move, man! Share with your friends if they're also like Jack and think they can beat me at Mario Kart Wii, because I'll absolutely destroy them. Okay. You cheated to overtake me. I didn't cheat. Cheated to overtake me. Rocket. Wait. What the fuck? Come on. I see you. Get away from me, bastard. Here. Go away. Come on. He nodded. No! Go, man! You suck.
Fast as fuck, boy! Still fast as fuck, boy! Come get some!
Nice shot!
Who's bowing people? God! Can you take a second to just throw yourself into a river? Oh! No! Yes! Where are you going? Yes! Yes! No. That was my own power-up. Wrong way! You're going into the water! What are you doing? Look at you! Oh, you stupid red shell. Yes! Mario, stop going wrong!
You can't keep getting away with it!
I'll give that key! I've just smoked you on your own channel! Your own channel! You're gonna have to edit this! And while you're editing this, you're gonna know that you're a loser! You're gonna know you're a loser! Yoshi, 53 points. Mario. We were playing on Dolphin Emulator, 46. It doesn't count. Oh wait, I can't say that, I don't want to get in trouble. We were playing on totally real hardware. He was so confident. Run back the intro where he said he's gonna win. Run that back!
I'm gonna knock out Austin because I'm an actual fighter. I've been in probably over 40 street fights. I do not get scared, especially when it's a family man who is 30 years old, out of shape, and has dad bod. I am a fighter.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
I'm finna animate a gorilla versus Yo-Yo 808. Shut the fuck up, bro. You don't have to do this.
Give me your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, this guy really knocked out. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's done. He's out. Yo, check out my new shoes. Clean, right? My guy, why are those so bright? You like a walking stop sign, big man thing. And why are your socks so fat? Yo, check out my new foot, guy. OP on shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Bro, what the hell are you doing? These are my new pets. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Okay, but look what you've done. It's okay, it's okay. It's hair dye, not paint. It'll come out. Quit bugging. No, you've turned my carpet blue, yellow, and red. Yo, bro, can you take this quick flick of me for my Instagram pic? Sure. And be quick. This pose ain't gonna be easy to keep.
Hell no.
Yo! Ah! Ooh, new footage for the new Sonic game. Sonic squirrels are too short. I'm dying, I think I'm dying. Why is this blue color so light? And is that the same floor texture as Sonic Forces? Trash! Yo, this is crazy! Yo!
I started making them because I think it's just because I wanted to see if I could make a video essay or something that I'd been consuming for years. I just made it as a one-off. I didn't share it like anywhere. It got maybe 2 views because I'd made some like charity thing for like my granny's charity or something. So I already had a couple subscribers on my YouTube channel that probably saw the video and was like, what the hell is this? Because they were like 70-year-olds or something.
This is Alex Lennon. For the past 2 years, he's been one of the top YouTube creators to make content on comics, heroes, and a wall, and Apu from The Simpsons, a pineapple villain, and Mr. Bean. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
I didn't actually, Ultimate Spider-Man, I didn't get introduced to it. I don't know when I started reading it. I think I might have just found it on like some site or something. But yeah, oh no, I didn't say that officially. Yeah. It was just a challenge to just speak into a microphone, and you know, looking back now, it's just, you know, I sound awful. I sound like a mix between like a frog and like a vampire from Elder Scrolls or something. Just speaking into a microphone and just sounding somewhat interested in what I was saying, that was like a huge challenge because I'd never done it before. I made my Ultimate Spider-Man video, which is the first video still publicly available on my channel. And I made that because I was trying to get into this like prestigious university film art thing. And they really wanted you to do lots of like like extracurricular activities and stuff. So I thought, oh, I've already made one video. It was ironically, it was a complete waste of time because I ended up getting like this interview when I got to the interview process for the university, and they just like shat all over me for like 40 minutes, and they didn't look at my YouTube channel. I asked them, I was like, oh, did you check out like some of my stuff that I put on the like my extra stuff, and they were like, nah. So I hate them because they shit all over me. I come onto my account and I'm like, holy shit, I have like 2,000 subscribers, and you know, hundreds of thousands of views. And of course, it was kind of frustrating because I'd expected no one to see them. So my voice sounds horrible. My arguments aren't thought out. You know, I'm not giving like constructive criticism. You know, Ultimate Spider-Man has its faults, and I do appreciate that. The copyright,
100%.
content ID. You know, even if you're completely, you know, being fair use and cutting every 2 seconds or something, you can get a strike or something. Whereas comics, I think it used to be like early on you had to remove the speech bubbles. You have to like wipe them out when using it. Parodies come under fair use, or they're supposed to, but that comes with the understanding that you completely like recreate the song like instrumentation, and you have your own lyrics and stuff, and that's what like Weird Al and stuff does. You know, he completely like redoes the production, like, you know, whether he does it or he gets a producer to do it, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't know this, so you know, I kind of knew it. So I was like, you know, I'm doing most of it myself. It's totally fine. But then I used like a couple like piano tracks that weren't mine. You know, because I was cutting corners, I was being lazy. You know, a couple songs I did actually have, like, I just used the lyrics of the original song, and because it wasn't detected by Content ID, you know, I just assumed this is totally fine, and no one can get me for this. Yeah, it was terrifying, because if I think around the time I'd made a Power Rangers video, some people think I'd like delete that video because it didn't get like a lot of views. No, it just got like copyright striked because I'm an idiot and I used like 20 seconds of an uninterrupted clip with music, and it got striked. And that was kind of like my wake up call in like, you know, copyright is real.
So I guess to any other people who want to start YouTube, beware of copyright and beware of Saban and the Power Rangers team, because they will come for you.
Interestingly enough, one of my favorite like music artists, Mavi, who was, you know, I guess you could say I discovered him when he was kind of underground, and I saw that he had left a comment on my Darth Vader video being like, you know, oh, this free sells fire or something. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, seeing this guy I really respected being like, oh no, those were actually really cool, you should keep going with them. I'm like, well, you know, I've had enough time away from them, you know, might as well throw in a, you know, one or two in the future. Okay. In the near future. So I don't know. I don't want to commit to this because it might not happen. I might like have to cut it for time. But I am planning on doing one at the end of my Batman video, my entire history of Batman one. And
oh shit.
Yeah. Don't act like I didn't already tell you this. But yeah, I like love Batman now. Just kind of because I forced myself, and also because it's fucking stupid. When I started the video, it like obviously like the Golden Age, Silver Age stuff is just, you know, really silly, and you can't not love it because it's just how stupid it is. Yeah. But in terms of just Batman stories in general, it was like I didn't like there's something when I was reading them like they didn't really click for me. And then there was a Batman event on Fortnite, and I just got into like playing Fortnite again after like 5 years because I was like, I don't know, I just wanted to see what it was like, what they were doing with it. And they had a Batman skin, and I was like, this is fucking cool as shit. So I got this Batman skin, and playing as Batman and feeling like I was Batman, and then going back to these comics, it all just suddenly clicked for me. And I was like, I get it now. I feel the character. You know, it sounds like I'm taking the piss, but that really like made everything work for me.
This is Alex Lennon. He's a Scottish YouTuber who creates videos about comics such as Spider-Man, Batman, you know the rest. He also makes videos about his own creations such as his comics from his childhood, and also his cinematic universe that he created using one single device, a Nintendo 3DS. And I was able to interview him, and it was really, really interesting.
So speaking of Marvel versus DC, I have the timeless question that everybody and their mum probably wonders about, okay? So think about this very, 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 very thoroughly.
Okay.
Who is winning in a fight? Kite Man or Armless Tiger Man? My money's on Kite Man. I'm not gonna lie, my money's on Kite Man.
Armless Tiger Man is, you know, a Nazi from the 40s. His knowledge of the world will be quite dated. Yeah. He won't know, you know, how different like gadgets or, you know, modern weaponry will work. Whereas Kite Man, he's got all that to his advantage. He's got you know, modern equipment. Kite Man also has the advantage of mobility. He can, I mean, first of all, he can fly, or like soar, I guess. But also he can like, I mean, it sounds horrible to say, but you know, he does have full control of his limbs, and yeah, and what fucking powers does Armless Tiger Man have?
The Beyonder just plucks Kite Man, and he just gets Armless Tiger Man and just puts them. He just puts them in a dome, and the Beyonder's like, I'm bored. Just fight, or both of your moms. One of your moms is getting it. The loser's mom is getting it, right?
If Kite Man just was airborne the whole time and managed to stay that way, I think Kite Man might win. But Kite Man is stupid and is susceptible. He's just a bit lame, so he's susceptible to like, I don't know. He could just like follow. You know, if he hits the ground, Armless Tiger Man gets him. You know, and it's hand-to-hand combat. He's fucked. You know, at the end of the day, canonically, Armless Tiger Man is dead. He's dead. And Kite Man's alive, so automatically Kite Man wins. Kite Man wins because he's not dead. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he died one time, but...
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's true. Well, okay. When you're first, like, making stuff, having never, like, made, like, a proper... Honestly, I made comics, like, all my life as a kid, but they're not, like, to the standard that I'd want to, like, publish anywhere, like, in my name now. So trying to make something that is, like, good and respectable, and it's very frustrating because I can't do that, or at least I couldn't do that when I started out.
Yeah.
And just finding out, like, you know, okay, I'm going to use my disadvantage, which is to my advantage. You know, I can't really draw that well, so I'm gonna, you know, turn that into its own style. It's gonna be like kind of like purposely shit a bit, but in the style of like a kid's drawing. You know, a bit like Charlie and Lola or something. Like, unironically, I was inspired by the Charlie and Lola style.
Do you still talk to the real life Jacob, who the character is inspired of? And does he even know, like, that a million, well, I say a million because the video has a million views, but like a million people have heard of his name and heard of all the crimes he's committed?
I saw him in school, and he was like, oh yeah, I've got something for you. And it was this notebook, like, full of drawings and stuff, because that he had just had in his house, and he was going to clear them out, and he, you know, was collecting dust for years, and he was like, oh, I don't know if you want this back or something, and I was like, yeah, cool. And a lot of that, you know, if I didn't have that, if you didn't give me that, then I probably couldn't have made that video. I mean, maybe like 90% of the comics I made are just gone. One, because I either destroyed them, or two, they just, you know, I gave them to Jacob, and, you know, his mum threw them out, or like whatever. But yeah, yeah, maybe he knows, maybe not. I'll just let that happen. Fate will decide. Or I get really drunk and I'm like, hey man, you know, we're famous or something. I don't know. When you make YouTube videos, you kind of, the magic's kind of lifted. Like, you get to see all the tricks and that people deploy to, like, for like audience retention, or like, you know, yeah, the magic's gone. So like, when I'm watching stuff, I'm picking up on like, oh, this person's mic quality, or this person's, you know, the way they've structured this video, or like whatever. It's like, you know, it's like if you study film and then you watch a movie, you can't like watch a movie. You're seeing all the different cuts and the rhythm, and you're like, okay, you know, clickbaiting and saying stuff like, oh, leave a comment if you do this, and blah blah blah, and being like, that's, you know, that's bad, that's just for the algorithm and all that. You should really be trying to authentically communicate with your audience and all that. And I feel bad because I'm like, oh my, you know, when they're saying all these things in the videos, I'm like, I've done these things. So I'm so in a way it's good because I'm just forced to keep like improving and not be satisfied with the stuff I'm doing, and keep going. But then I'm at the same time I'm like, oh my god, CJX fucking hates me. All these comic people, you know, Owen likes comics, blah blah blah. Who, I mean, me and Owen have a in joke that he technically created me. So if I ever lead to his downfall, it would be very like poetic. I watch my own videos sometimes. I watch my older videos and be like, that sucked. If you got a chance to meet yourself in 2021 or 2020, for example, you'd probably hate them. And that's not because they're a terrible person, but it's just because, you know, as you grow, you're just inherently embarrassed by your past self. And it just so happens that my past self, you know, has a very public library documenting how I thought and how I spoke, and you know, and everything. The fucking canon event bullshit, like memes, it was funny at first, but like people really run that into the ground.
I know, dude. Someone spoiled the movie for like screening that was happening next to us, and I felt so bad for them. because he was mad there was no post-credit scene.
Breaking Bad is an incredible show with, you know, drugs and guns and action scenes and intense stuff, and Better Call Saul manages to achieve the same level of drama and investment through, you know, suing an old person's home for the first season or something. You see channels on YouTube that are like, they've been going for years and years and they're just making the same kind of content, and they're clearly, their heart's not in it anymore, and it's just like a slow death. I mean, really, you can just see their numbers are starting to slip. You know, if the comics thing works out, the webcomics thing, that would be great. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, just I don't want to like jump ship. I don't want to be like, all right, I'm doing comics now. Everyone just you know, follow me there, and you know, thanks for the views, suckers. Oh my God. You might need to cut it down.
Fuck, I didn't record this.
You didn't record this?
Naturally, after watching the show, I wanted to revisit the series since I haven't been too invested in it since 2021. So I slapped on the movie, and 2 years later, I was reintroduced to the titular character of Scott Pilgrim, which reopened my eyes to the fact that Scott Pilgrim is a loser! Scott Pilgrim is lazy! This man has probably the least drive out of any human being I've ever seen in my entire life. The book starts with Scott being a jobless 23-year-old who lives with his roommate in a one-room apartment. Scott normally wakes up in the afternoon whilst everyone else is off working or, you know, living their lives. He also acts like he's the main character of the group for some reason. Look, I'm sorry pal, but there's no main characters in life. This isn't a movie, and it sure doesn't have your name as the title. He does eventually get a job, but his profession is literally dishwashing. Dishwashing. Scott eventually accepts his past mistakes and goes on to fight Gideon. I mean, he gets packed up in the process, but plot armor saves him and he wins. Now, to my next point. Scott Pilgrim is down bad. He sees Ramona, a girl who he finds attractive, 2 times and literally stalks her so he can get a chance to ask her out. Which first of all is out of order, and second of all, he did this twice basically. After fumbling a pickup line at his friend's birthday party, and then again by tricking her into coming to his house since she's an Amazon delivery worker. So he secures her number and goes out with her one night. They hit off and they go out again, only to be ambushed by one of her exes who challenges him to a death battle for Ramona. So Scott kills the guy and thinks it's over, only for Ramona to be like, actually, you have to fight 6 more of my evil exes.
Huh?
And this man is so down bad. He agrees, murders a whole gang of people all for this one girl, who he went on 1.5 dates with. Low-key, I would do the same thing though. The literal first words to be said in the whole comic series is, Scott Pilgrim is dating a high schooler? Huh? They do try to kind of make it less noncy, but he's still a terrible guy in the show as well. He does basically the same thing, being with Knives, a 17-year-old whilst he's 23, mind you, and cheating on her with Ramona. Then, a future version of himself kidnaps his 23-year-old self, makes everyone believe he died, has a whole funeral for him, only for in the last few episodes to come out and be like, oh, I was only stopping him from getting married to Ramona because in the end, when me and Ramona got divorced, I stayed in my room for 13 years. What? But at the end of every different variation of Scott Pilgrim's story, he learns that he needs to change his ways. He stops being lazy, and he stops treating other people like trash.
Scott.
Nigga Scott.
Thanks for watching the best of 2023 video I made. This year's been really, really weird because I was able to reach my goal, which was to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but I accidentally was able to reach 6,000 by the end of the year, which was really, really cool. So I want to thank everybody who was there, who subscribed, shared, liked, commented. It really helped me out. I learned a lot about making different types of content. I learned a lot about what types of stuff I want to make and what I missed out on making this year, which I hopefully will get to make next year. If I do finish this on time, then I wish everybody a happy new year. Hope everybody had a good time during the holidays. And yeah, here's to 2024.